So here in the United States, in the state of California, we have banned gay conversion therapy, and other states are considering doing the same. But in South Africa, gay conversion therapy is still very much legal. However, one camp is facing scrutiny after 3 boys that were sent to the camp died as a result of the torture that they endured there. Now, 15-year-old Raymond Buys is the recent case, and he was sent there by his mom because he was considered too effeminate. And they assumed that he was gay, and he went through torture. I mean, the most hideous things you could ever imagine. In hospital, Buys was severely malnourished, dehydrated. His arm was broken in 2 places, and there were burns and wounds all over his body. He lay in intensive care for about 4 weeks until he died.
Look, we talked about this in the context of Jason Collins yesterday and how he was the first pro player to come out as gay, and we make such a big deal out of it, right? And that's because religious people make a big deal out of gays not acceptable. But you read the books, premarital sex is just as unacceptable, yet everybody has premarital sex and nobody's burning them up, nobody's torturing them. Oh, well, that's inconvenient. What's in the Bible is inconvenient. Well, what I would like to do with the Bible instead is pick and choose so that I can torture people I don't like, right? So, by the way, adultery is horrible. It's a terrible abomination and sin against God. That happens all the time. We're not torturing them. We're not burning them up. We're not making up separate rules and laws for them to follow. Why? That's inconvenient. There's too many of us who commit adultery, too many of us who have premarital sex. So shut up about it. Yeah. Shut up about the gays, that God doesn't like gays. Well, God doesn't like any of you. So many of you had premarital sex. If you're an adulterer, same thing. And I keep bringing up the point about the shrimp, right? And it seems like, oh, it's too farcical. But wait a minute, it's in the goddamn Bible. No, the shrimp is in the Bible.
You know
if you eat it.
You know what else is in the Bible? You're not supposed to murder people. That's in the Bible. And they're murdering people. You think
so how's that for irony?
You think that you're moral, and you think that you're religious, and you think that you're following the rules dictated by your religion. You're killing young boys for doing absolutely nothing wrong. If you want to have an argument about how you're against the gay lifestyle or whatever, look, that's one thing. I disagree with you, but that's one thing. But to have a business where you've killed boys because you're against gay people, I mean, you are the most immoral person on the planet. There were 2 other people that were killed because of this gay conversion therapy. In 2007, there was a 25-year-old, Eric Kalitz, and he died from severe brain injuries, and a 19-year-old by the name of Nicholas Vanderwalt, who died at the same training camp.
Look, we just had the head of the most prominent gay conversion therapy center in America come out and say, I'm sorry, it was all nonsense. It didn't even work on me. I'm still gay. And we torture these people. And here in the US, we did electroshock therapy and all sorts of other kinds of abuse during gay reparative therapy. Now in South Africa, in this case, it's even more brutal, more extreme, more ridiculous. But I want to go back to the shrimp point because I'm not going to let you off the hook on this. If you have eaten shellfish, you have to admit one of 2 things. Either you don't believe the Bible. You don't believe it. Admit it. You don't believe it. If you believed it, you would never eat shrimp. You would never wear clothing made of 2 different cloths. You wouldn't do it. You don't believe the Bible. Or say, hey, you know what, Cenk, you're right. I'm not interpreting it literally. And that's in the Old Testament. That's in Leviticus. And the New Testament changed that. And the New Testament doesn't say anything about gays. So I'm sorry. You're right. There's nothing wrong with gay people. Either you're going to hell altogether, or it's not wrong. And they have to, I'm so tired of fighting that battle. They have to admit it. It's a matter of logic and reason. But they don't. They say, oh, no, well, that's in the Old Testament and the New Testament. Well, so's that you shall not lie with a man. But, but that's a testament I like. I like hating people, and I like making their life miserable, and I like ostracizing them, and then sometimes I like torturing and killing them. Why won't you let me have my fun and use the Bible for that purpose? Well, no, I'm not going to let you get away with it. Admit one of those 2 things. Either you don't believe the Bible, or being gay is just as fine as eating shrimp.
Now, the people that ran the gay conversion therapy camp are Alex de Coker, 49 years old, and Michael Erasmus, 20 years old. They're facing murder charges. I hope that they're found guilty and they spend the rest of their lives behind bars.
Absolutely.